I'm a tough guy.
Yeah, you've said that before, but you're not really.
No, I'm not really. And then I found out the hard way.
Do you have to change a tyre?
No. I
Get on a roof?
had an altercation.
Oh.
Physical altercation.
No, who with? Not with your grandson.
Well, who would you not like to have a physical altercation?
Con the Fruiterer. I get you in your couple of balls.
No. A professional fighter or a
Professional footballer?
Professional footballer.
Brownie.
How did you know?
Well, I know you went away on a golf trip with him.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're not. I mean, you could take Sam Pang out. Sam Pang's been lifting weights.
He's like so fit.
Yeah, he's been lifting
so
weights.
strong. But I reckon he's one of those people. Some people, I had friends of mine that were born with muscles.
Yeah, he works
You're
out.
right. Maybe there's a vacant lot going muscles. No. Even if I went and did work out a lot, still, I've got, as I said to the gym guy, I got Roger Federer's arms, and look how well Roger Federer has done.
Exactly. Well, Pang works out with Brownie because they work together on radio. Well, they used to.
Well, they both were on the golf trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I put a photo up on my Facebook page of you and Pang on the golf. Pang sent me a photo of you and him.
Oh, really?
I just put it up.
In the golf cart?
No, you're smiling at the camera.
Oh, as opposed to...
Oh.
So, Pang and I are playing Brownie's team, right?
Yeah.
And we were really killing them. I was playing unbelievably well. And as I'm walking
Who's the best? You're the best golfer of those guys, are you?
No, all about the same. Sam can hit it further than anybody.
Wow.
He's like...
what do they call it, a thump or a whacker?
He hits it as far as a professional, but not necessarily accurately. But he hits it a long way. Talking about golf, is this interesting?
A bit boring.
Yeah, it is a bit boring.
But it's all right.
I'm having trouble with my short game. Can we talk about that?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. Meaning when you...
The little ones.
They're making coffee in the background. You hear that?
Kind of. We'll keep going, doesn't matter. It's a bit of ambience. We live in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's coffee central.
Yeah.
Even though we're in a pub.
So I'm thinking, if this was a football game, how would Brownie react? And as I'm walking to the next tee...
he wouldn't be happy.
No, if you're getting pounded.
No, he takes it seriously.
Do you reckon?
Well, I just know doing radio with him, when we have competitions on air, he gets very competitive. Not like a normal person, where people go, this is a stupid radio game. Brain's like, you can see, he just, well,
yeah, I think
that's what he's done all his life.
I wanted, if you're there to play, I guess you're there to play your best. Are you competitive? Like if we play Monopoly, right?
Not really.
Would you I
like to be right, but that's about it.
Would you put a hotel on your thing and then I landed on it?
I feel bad.
You feel bad if I landed on Monopoly board hotel.
Yeah, I feel bad, but I'd probably, I'd still do it.
Most men want to be right.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I don't know whether you're not relentless though.
No, I'm quite happy to concede.
I think am I a bit want to be right?
Nah, you're not that bad. You're not like some people.
I trust other people's judgment more than I trust my own.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So I go, yeah, I probably am wrong. And then sometimes I go, I was thinking bad about myself for a while then. Actual fact, I was right.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so you reckon Brownie was upset. So I said, maybe this is what happened. I said to him, let's pretend we're on the football field and you're going to walk past me to let me know that you're not happy, but you're going to just bump me slightly.
Oh!
But the umpire wouldn't see it.
Yeah, they'd be expert at that.
Expert at doing just a little one.
Hip and shoulder.
Just a little hip and shoulder. Oh, I think it's good.
What's it called?
A love touch? A love touch?
A little tap.
Love tap. A love tap, yeah. The love tap. Anyway, so I'm standing there. He walks past me. Oh, my God. It's like being hit by a refrigerator.
Yeah, he's a big unit.
Full of meat with Matt Preston sitting on top of it. It was like I got whiplash.
Really?
I seriously got whiplash. And
did you move when he hit you?
It just felt like a really solid thing hitting me.
Yeah.
But not a big pound, but it was just a short, sharp, it was like that.
How did he hit you with what?
Just with his shoulder and his hip. And he's like 6'4", is he?
No, he's big. Yeah.
He's big. I know when I give him a cuddle, I don't really come up to I sort of fit under his head.
It's a big unit.
He's a big unit. But then we went on to win. We pounded them. He gave me a massage at the table that night. And his hands weren't as firm as I thought they'd be.
Right.
And again, because his fingers have all been,
Mangles.
Yeah. But yeah, so don't ever make a joke with a professional. This is what I learned. Like if you want to get in the
I've
ring.
made that mistake.
When have you done
with
that?
one of the Woodies, tennis player.
What happened?
We were playing some charity thing, and I said, "You hit like a girl," and he hit the ball so hard, and it hit my hand. And he's from across the net. He's not like next to me.
Yeah.
He hit the ball so hard it hit my hand. It ached for weeks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible. Yeah,
You see the red mist come down. He's like, "Nah, mate, you don't say that to me."
How did you react?
Oh, jeez, it really hurt. I'm like, "Sorry." Oh my god. I was like moving my hand up and down.
Did I tell you what I said on a tennis court to another tennis player?
Yeah, is this one that's been recorded? Was when the guy said, "Don't." Oh, go and tell us again.
What was it? It was Steve Liebman.
That's right.
Yeah, and he said, but a bit of banter for the crowd, Yeah,
you're mic'd up.
And Steve said, Steve said, as he's about to serve, "Where would you like it?" I said, "How about in the change rooms?"
That's funny.
and then someone came up to me and said, "Glenn, there are kids watching. It'd be best if you don't do that." But anyway, so my lesson for today is, if you're going to do something with a professional, there are some professionals. Oh, no, you got to know what you're doing if you're going to do it with a professional.
Exactly.
Except
be careful.
What those other types.
It's like when hecklers have a go at a comedian on stage. You're like, oh God.
Yeah. You know who's really good at that? You're good at that. Sam Pang, the king.
The king.
And Tom Gleisner. Never take Tom on because he's always got one locked and loaded, ready to go.
I can imagine.
Are you locked and loaded, ready to go now?
Not really.
Okay. What if I said, get on with it, you idiot?
So that's what your wife said last night. Woo!
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Well, there we are. Well, welcome to the show.
Geez, that's good. You're a professional.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional.
Adam Zwar sent me this amazing bit of footage. He's put it on his Twitter feed if anyone's interested. Of this American comic going, "Hey, who's from a fucked up family?" And this woman goes, "Yeah, I am." And he goes, "What happened? Drugs, a cold?" And she goes, "I don't really want to tell you. I don't know how you're going to deal with it." And he goes, "I can make anything funny." This guy, I can make anything funny. And she goes, "All right. My dad left and then came back and killed my mum." It's like, and then the clip just cuts. But I mean, and Adam Zwar asked me, "Can you come back from that?" I said, "No, you can't. I don't think you can." Could you, as a comic, come back from that? Could you continue to do like a 20-minute set after a woman has told you that her dad killed her mum?
Well, there was no doubt in the moment in the room. There's tremendous energy that wants relief. So if you can
Go
actually
with a genius line.
Oh, you're asking what I say?
Yeah. Well, what would you? I mean, what would you do in that situation? He asked me. Yeah. I said, you
know what I'd
off.
say? And what? Can you get to the bad bit?
Oh yeah. Or that happened to all of us, didn't it, guys?
Yeah.
That happened to Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron. I think the mum killed the dad. Yeah, he was a bad man.
A lot of it out there. Yeah, you just gotta, Anyway,
welcome to the podcast. Somehow related. We get two topics. We've got to work out how they're related. What are they, Sam?
Well, we have Sam. If you're tuning in for the first time, we have Sam, who has... Do you reckon she'd have one of those files, or would she do it via the computer?
I reckon she's old school. They've got files.
Got files.
Filofax.
A Filofax. And she's probably got a whole lot prepared.
Or a filing cabinet.
A filing cabinet, that's what I'm getting at. With the key, we could lock it.
Yeah.
And you pull it open, and they're all sit on bits of wire.
Yeah.
And you lift it up. I've still got one of those. Have you got one of those?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. What do you put in there?
Got tax records.
All your tax records.
Cat details. Birth certificates. Passports.
So you can put your hand on it anytime? On anything?
Yeah. Yeah. Registration. Car rego.
Because I always
I cleaned it out and found some things from 30 years ago, though.
I know.
Oh, my God.
And you go, but then sometimes you need something like a birth certificate. I put that somewhere.
Oh, man. I had to find the deed to our house, and I found it. So that was remarkable.
See, I left mine with the bank. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, it's fine.
They normally take it if you've got a loan, but I don't know. I don't have a loan.
If you listen closely, you'll hear Sam going through the filing cabinet, rifling through, is what they say?
You're rifling through now. Because she's
listen.
probably not, you know why? She's probably been out buying Christmas stuff.
If we can hear closely, I reckon we can hear her pull it open and rifle through and then give us a stop. Here we go.
Let's listen.
Let's have a listen.
Topics for latest episode.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Okay, what are the topics, Sam?
Marijuana and online shopping.
Wow.
Well, I am a recent...
Convert to marijuana?
See how I paused there?
Marijuana, it's top banana, it's I remember these guys used to sing that song. I don't know if it was a comic or a busker, but we always used to sing it to each other.
I've never heard that
No,
before.
I don't know if you made it up, but it certainly stuck with me.
Well,
You've never had marijuana?
I reckon,
You're from back in the surfy days?
Yeah,
Down
but we were
Anglesey.
very naive, and we had one of our friends worked at CUB, so he would just turn up with so much beer.
You didn't need marijuana.
Didn't need marijuana. Yeah, no, they come from the same plant. I read that.
What?
Not the same plant, but there's something in the.
They're both plants, I suppose.
They're both,
aren't
yeah, hops and
hops and
yeah.
Marijuana.
So would you? Okay, can I ask you?
Did you inhale? What was that?
Well,
great?
I reckon I had some, but I didn't inhale because I'm not a smoker.
No.
And you're not. But you can have it in different ways, can't you?
Having cookies. Yeah, no, I used to smoke marijuana all the time.
And why did you do it?
Well, I liked it.
What did it make you feel like?
Relaxed. Came up with some good ideas for comedy.
Thought you
So
did.
in my 20s, my brother used to grow it in the backyard.
Of course he did.
Dad used to water it.
Did he know? Did your dad know?
He thought they were tomato plants. Anyway, so my brother was into a bit of marijuana, and then because when we grew up, you could not get drugs. You couldn't get, kids these days, they get pills and stuff. We couldn't get any of that stuff, could we?
Surely when you went to Scouts, someone would have said something.
Yeah, we smoked bark. We rolled bark up in toilet paper and smoked it. It was disgusting.
Really?
It was disgusting. And then there was like, if you boil up dandelions, you drink the juice and it makes you trip. But we did that. It didn't work. And then, of course, magic mushrooms, which we had. But you got to be careful with mushrooms because they can kill people. There's always about once or every 2 years there's some bloke picking mushrooms dies from eating the wrong one. So anyway, when we lived in a shared house, we weren't really bong smokers, but we would roll a joint.
Yeah.
And then when I met my wife, she claims that I was addicted to marijuana. I said, no, I wasn't. She goes, you had a little special machine that would roll joints. I said, didn't everyone have one of those? So I bought this little rolling machine that you'd put this paper in, the marijuana, a bit of tobacco, maybe?
Yeah.
And then
I'm saying that. How would I know?
A filter. You'd make a filter, and then I don't know. I just preferred it to beer. I found beer and alcohol a little bit. I don't know.
Did you laugh a lot and then eat a lot?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You would laugh at nothing.
You'd laugh at nothing,
and it would become a huge release of joy.
Yeah, and we'd all sit around and go. I mean, I remember I wrote a joke that I used a lot. So we were sitting around, we had a bowl of fruit, and then we started looking at the fruit, and there was a capsicum, and it had a little sticker that said "Eat Me" on it. And so I picked it up. I'm like, guys, you ever seen these stickers before? We were like, wow, and then we started talking about stickers on fruit because they are a weird concept.
Yeah,
stickers on fruit. And I said, "Eat me, man." Gee, that's good. They put that sticker on there because I was about to shove it up my backside. And so we all thought that was the funniest thing we'd ever heard.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I did that in stand-up for years. But but then I found that marijuana, kids, it wrecks your motivation. So I hung out with a lot of comedians in the 90s who would smoke a lot more than me. So I'd have like 1 or 2 joints a week maybe.
So it would dull you down.
Yeah, but also you'd wake up the next day unmotivated. You get a sort of a hangover.
Yeah.
And so I just found that
But don't you do it again to sort of get
Yeah, I wasn't. That's like an alcoholic.
Yeah.
That's not the serious. But I hang out with a lot of comics of my generation where marijuana it stopped them doing stuff.
And what were how did you do it? Did you only ever smoke it?
Yeah. Oh,
a
no,
bong?
we had cookies. Yeah, I didn't like bongs. We had cookies.
Bongs is it?
Cookies were bad because it's a different ingestion. It's like,
So you don't know how you're going to react.
oh, like you go to a party. So it goes, oh, I made some biscuits. You're like, oh, yeah, man, I'm fat. I love biscuits. I'm eating this biscuit. And they go, it's like a marijuana cookie. And you're like, oh,
You should have told me.
You should have told me. But I remember Eric Bana tells a great story of how he got into comedy. And he was working at the Castle Hotel in North Melbourne
Oh, ironic.
as a barman. Yeah, ironic, because he was in the Castle. And there was a guy called Peter Fox who
Oh, yeah.
was big on the comedy scene in the very early 90s. He was
Yeah.
on Tonight Live, very funny. But a lot of his material was borrowed, So I used to say, I said to my dad the other night, Ling Chow, am I adopted? Which is a Gabe Kaplan joke, the guy from Welcome Back Kotter.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
my girlfriend said, treat my house as my own. Treat my house as your own, so I sold it. I think that's Rodney Dangerfield. Anyway, he was very good. He put it all together. So anyway, Eric saw him do stand-up and said, I want to get into stand-up. How do I do it? And he said, come over to my house tomorrow and I'll tell you how to get into it. So Eric went over to Peter's house. He said he's just sitting there pulling. Eric was not into that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Not into drugs.
Yeah.
And so, but Peter's there having that. Yeah. And he's going, yeah, I make about $3,000 a week doing stand up. And Eric's like, if this guy can make $3,000 a week, how much could I make?
Yeah.
So he got into it. So I just reckon marijuana, it will, if you get addicted, it could ruin your life.
But the flip side of that is that it can be used for alleviation of certain physical pain, mental
that's
pain.
completely different. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. One of my friends was telling me the only thing that helped their very conservative aunt or nana was medicinal marijuana when they had cancer.
She had to go down the shop. Where are you going, Nana? Oh, going down.
Love, can you get me some corn chips? Because they were the classic snack foods. Corn chips were the cliche.
Yeah.
Get some corn chips.
Why do guys like that talk like that?
I don't know, because you get that junkies.
That's junky. That's different. That's heroin, isn't it?
No, it's a bit more like, yeah, man.
Oh, that's
I used to do a routine about, I'll do it at the end, but there used to be Operation Noah in Victoria. Remember, you did a routine, that's right.
We've done first joke I ever wrote.
We've done it before, haven't we?
I don't know.
We'll do them at the end.
That's the first joke I ever wrote.
I remember your Operation Noah joke was funny. Maybe I saw yours and ripped yours off. Now mine's a bit different. Oh, man. Anyway, marijuana. I love Cheech and Chong. I remember seeing that first day at uni. They had free movies on at Melbourne Uni.
And you say, hey, man.
Oh, I love Cheech and Chong. I found
Can
it
you
very
impersonate
funny.
them? Well, how'd they talk?
Oh, no. I just remember they go to their uncle's house and he's like, my uncle's got a really bad, he's been in Vietnam, he's pretty damaged and he's got a really distinct birthmark on his face. Don't look at it, man. Don't look at it. I won't look at it, man. And so they open the door and he's got this, he goes, oh, fuck. He's like staring. The guy's like, what are you staring at, man?
Look at his face, man.
Oh, there was that really funny scene where they smoke in the car and the car gets full of smoke.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. Yeah, but
It's probably dated.
it probably is. So, what does it go back to? Egyptians?
Yeah, who first smoked marijuana?
Yeah.
There's always some kind of thing like when my brother, the Red Cross one, was in Somalia, they all chew that leaf.
They did that in Sumba as well.
They
and
chew
they
that
get
leaf.
orange teeth.
Yeah,
Is that
the brother said they have.
It's a nut. Is it a nut?
No,
it's a leaf.
And in
Yeah.
Papua New Guinea, they drink that. What's it? What's that drink they drink? Kava.
Oh, that's in Fiji.
Fiji, they drink kava.
Yeah.
And so I reckon around the world, there's all.
And you've got to ask the question. We eat food, and nature has the capability of giving you something that will send you off your nut.
Yeah.
Not off your nut, it'll give you some pleasure.
Yeah.
So alcohol it comes about naturally, and marijuana grows, and then if you eat it, so don't animals sometimes get high on things?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do.
Don't know what it is, but I tell you, mate, am I an elephant? Because I feel like I'm an elephant.
I feel like I'm a giraffe. No, mate, you're a gnat. You're a little gnat. Oh, am I?
Really? Oh.
A little rodent.
So what are the nicknames?
marijuana, weed, the green stuff, dope,
Hash.
hoochie coochie. Hoochie coochie?
But I reckon, have we had this discussion before? You can call it anything, and you'll
True.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have a bit of cabbage.
Yeah, a bit of cabbage, man.
Yeah.
Get
Gonna
to
go
cabbage.
have. I got some old socks at home.
Yeah.
Hash. Go to they don't call it reefer anymore, do they? Spliff.
Spliff. Joint.
Yeah. Who are the famous people that have smoked it? Bob Marley.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, really?
He's the one who plays the bongo drums. That's him, isn't it? Plays the bongo drums.
He slaps his chest, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does some sort of.
Oh, Seth Rogen.
Oh, yeah.
Did a whole movie called Pineapple Express about marijuana.
What's his
Him
name?
and James Franco.
What? Menu Love.
Oh, yeah. Snoop. Snoop Dogg.
I didn't know who Snoop Dogg was until I saw that ad. I reckon, I love this guy.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that song.
But Snoop Dogg's quite funny.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy.
Yeah, he's very funny.
So he's a rapper, yeah?
Yeah, he's had a few. Drop it like it's hot. That was him, I think.
Drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
So he then crossed over and did
like
Johnny Cash, I guess, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he did Menu Log.
Yeah.
Ads, but he is famous for if you surveyed the Family Feud audience, what famous celebrity is famous for smoking marijuana? Snoop Dogg would be up the top.
Oh, really? He'd be.
Well, who else is there?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, pick of the board. Snoop Dogg.
I mean, we have friends of ours that are regular participants. Yes.
I think as you get older, though, it
but
gets less.
this is interesting. Is it still cool? Hey, by the way, kids, don't do drugs. We shouldn't. We're not in any
and
way
also,
endorsing.
the marijuana these days, as opposed to the marijuana that we had in the 80s and stuff.
Yeah,
it was very weak in the 80s. Now I've tried some the last 5 years. So strong.
Well, I think it can bring out. It can bring. I reckon it can. From what I've heard,
it can trigger.
It can heighten whatever's in
mental illness.
Yeah,
and schizophrenia. You've got to be very careful. I absolutely agree with that. You've got to be
Was
very
that
careful.
Bill Cosby joke? Why do you take that stuff? Because it heightens my personality. And he said, "What if you're a dickhead?"
Well, personality juice. That's what they call beer. So we should talk to someone who knows more about marijuana than us. I'll go through my. Do you want me to go through my diary right now? My phone book?
I'm not going to say because they might not want it be known. I've got one.
Hang on, I'll go alphabetically.
So you're going to say them on the podcast?
Yeah, here we go. Adam Swart. No, I'm going from the A's, Glenn.
We can have a competition one day. Go through our phone. A list, B list. We get points for the best people in your phone.
You'd win. Adam Hills. No, he wouldn't smoke marijuana. Adam Hills.
Adam Hills. No.
Akmal. He does.
Jerry Seinfeld. No, he wouldn't do drugs.
Oh, God. Brendan Favola I've got on my phone. I don't think he'd do drugs.
Brooke Satchwell's there. I got Brownie. He wouldn't do drugs.
No way.
I'm in the Bees. What are you in?
Brian Nankervis? Yeah, we've talked about it on here. I mean, him.
Carl Barron. I don't know about Carl.
Probably back in the day, maybe, but not anymore.
I'm still going through.
Sheila Piccola? No.
My chiropractor?
Probably.
Yeah. Chrissy Swan?
No,
No,
I wouldn't say so.
This is fun going through.
Yeah.
Oh, Darren Casey. There's a funny
Probably.
man.
Des Dowling?
Oh, Dave Hughes.
No.
I'm in the
used to.
Okay.
Dilrick? No.
No?
Gee. Dilrick J. Singer would do drugs. No way.
I'm on
Eddie Perfect?
Oh, you're into your E's.
Eddie Perfect? No.
Yeah. No?
No, I don't reckon.
Yeah.
No.
We've got to find...
Emily Tahini? No. Fiona Lachlan? Probably has.
What about the fish and chip shop in Ludson Street?
George Smelovich. I've got George Smelovich's number.
Well,
Did he do a routine about drugs? I think he did.
I think he did, yeah. You're up to G's. Okay, I'll come to G's.
Greg from the Greyhounds Association? Probably. Greg Champion. You know Greg Champion?
Oh, Grubby Stubbs. He wouldn't do drugs. No. Greg Champion? Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Is this interesting? I think it is interesting.
Heath, which is Randy the Puppet, the purple guy.
Yeah.
He looks like he's had a few bongs, that puppet. Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, well, James O'Loughlin. No, he wouldn't.
You're up to J's. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. H-I. You're through eyes? No eye.
Joyce, my mum? No.
No. Jamoan? I don't know.
No, he drinks.
I don't reckon. I don't reckon he
I saw him
would.
at lunch yesterday and he had a few drinks, but he certainly didn't.
Yeah.
Limo? No, he's more a drinker.
My Pilates teacher, Julie.
Probably. Lawrence Mooney?
Kate Langbrook. I'm up to K's.
No. You never know with Kate.
You never know.
Mooney?
I hope we're not going to get
Everything. All of the above.
Kitty Flanagan. I'm up to
No,
K's.
I don't think Kitty would. No, I don't think Kitty would.
Okay.
Mandy Nolan, she lives in Byron Bay. Surely she would have tried.
She will, yeah. Lindy Burns.
She's an ABC.
ABC, she's an
announcer.
ABC.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so.
Mark Mitchell. Marty Sheargold.
Yeah, probably back in the day.
Back in the day.
Nick Kappa, you know Kappa?
Yeah.
He would have.
Yeah.
For
We're
sure.
only up to M's. Mick Malloy? No. Of course
Drinks too much.
Is this interesting?
We maybe should wind it up. Peter
Wind it up.
Hallier, no. Peter Rosethorn, maybe back in the day.
Back in the day. Up to P's. We'll get through quickly. You know who?
Sam Dastyari. Do you know him? You know the former disgraced politician from...
What the?
What? Sam Dastyari?
Yeah, why do you got his number?
We were both...
Oh, that's right. I remember
did
you spoke to him about something.
Denise Scott? Oh, surely in the 70s and 80s.
Absolutely. Steve Vizard.
No.
I'm up to T's now. Tommy Gleisner. Yeah, absolutely.
Every time I watch that show Monday night, I think his eyes are glazed over. Tom Gleeson? No.
Hang on.
Tommy Little? No. Oh,
Tommy Little? Are we going to be sued for this?
No, I don't think so.
Don't think so.
They got to listen to it first.
Yeah, no one's going to hear it. All right.
Wilbur Wilde.
I've got Wilbur Wilde too. I've got Will Anderson too up in the
So, yeah. I've got
yeah.
I think he used to.
Wayne Hope. Jeez.
Frank Woodley.
Huh. Surely there's one. What about
Yumi Stimes.
anyone?
What about? I found Akmal early on. We'll call Akmal.
Can you do this little discllaimer?
Yeah,
anyone mentioned this has not been associated with drugs and never will be. This is a comedy program and therefore not to be taken seriously.
Very
Written and
good.
spoken by Glenn Roberts for the Somehow Related. What about what's his name? The great comedian.
I just mentioned. You know who? Arj Barker. I don't know his
Arj
number.
Barker, yes.
He's talking about marijuana.
The other one.
Akmal.
Yes.
Yeah, I said Akmal.
Did you say Akmal?
Yeah.
I was looking through mine. I didn't see it. Hear it.
Well, he talks about it in his act, I think. So we've got to find someone who talks about it openly.
Have you got his?
I've got his number. Yeah.
Have you got his number?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Should we call him? Let's give him a go.
Just see.
He's pretty random, so I don't know if he'll be answering.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Hello?
Akmal, Glenn Robbins, Dave O'Neill. Don't say anything inappropriate because you're on our podcast. We wouldn't want you to
Incriminate yourself.
incriminate yourself.
Oh, no, you got me confused with someone else. I don't say inappropriate things. I've never said inappropriate things. That's how people interpret them. This is very early. You guys are calling too early. I don't get up till much later. I normally don't answer, but for you guys, I will.
Well, yeah, because it's me. I'm ringing via my phone, but we do this podcast and we get subjects, and we've got marijuana. And I was talking. We went through our phones. We're trying to work out what comedian we know who could be a bit of an expert on marijuana, and your name came up. Is that offensive or?
Do you mind talking about it?
It's not offensive. It's predictable. Look, I'll tell you something. Every time someone asks for me, like if they ask me to audition for something, for example, 100% of the time, it's either a pimp or a drug addict or a pervert or a terrorist, or I played once a streaker on a school bus. So whenever I never get the auditions, but I get to audition for something like that. It's never anything respectable.
I could see you as a doctor or a dentist.
Your brother's a doctor.
Yeah. But look, if I do get asked to be a doctor, it's usually a pervert doctor, or a doctor that's not registered, or a doctor that's inappropriate, or a doctor is eventually going to be deregistered for doing something inappropriate. So no, I'm not offended. I'm not surprised either. But yes, and it's very accurate. You know, you rang the right person.
So, do you still smoke marijuana occasionally?
Oh well, how many people listen to these podcasts?
Nah, a couple of hundred. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, well, you know, a few guys are in. No, I yes, I do smoke, but I don't. You see, the thing is, I don't drink.
Yeah.
People think I'm famous for smoking pot because you know, I never grew up with drinking like you Aussies.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up in Egypt, all my uncles smoked hash.
Really?
And,
Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
well, you can't get alcohol in Egypt, so it's illegal, and so everyone smokes pot. So it's not in my DNA. It's not in my system. You see. So if I have, if people go, mate, you got to have a drink with us. You know, it's Australia. It's Christmas. You got to drink for Jesus. And I go, yes, but I'll vomit for Jesus as well. You know, I always feel ill. If I have 2 beers, like seriously, 2 beers would be the max for me not to feel ill. And then I don't even, you know, I just go, why am I doing this? I'm just vomiting.
Well, that's the thing. I was telling Glenn that when I was younger, I preferred marijuana to alcohol. I thought it had a better effect.
Yeah, well, it does for me. I mean, everyone's different. You know, I've got friends who can drink and not feel it, and not even look drunk. And I go, how do you do that? And they say, well, I come from a long line of alcoholics. My father was an alcoholic. His father was an alcoholic, and I don't have that. And look, you know, I can't believe that people still think it's a bad thing. You know, like you know, the biggest cause of domestic violence is alcohol by a big margin, right? Yeah. But you know, if people smoke, even people who are naturally violent, they have a couple of joints and go, well, I was going to bash you, but I couldn't be bothered.
Well, and also drink driving. Marijuana driving is dangerous, but you do tend to drive slow, I think, when you're stoned.
You drive well, yeah. I think they should, you know, people who are learning to drive should all have a joint because it relaxes you and you become more aware. You're actually more careful.
I've never had it. So
Clint's never had marijuana.
I don't believe him.
No, I had once, but I don't reckon I inhaled properly.
That's Bill
Clinton. And I left the place where I was, and I did a really bad joke as I left, and everyone screamed with laughter. I thought that was the drugs making them laugh. That joke But how would it make me feel if I had one with you one day?
I would really enjoy that, and I think you would too. And you know what it does? The other thing is, you know, well, alcohol, you become a bit crazy, a bit obnoxious. That's what I've noticed, generally speaking.
Yeah, I agree.
But with marijuana, if we had a smoke together, me, you know, with you, Glenn, you would share things with me that you would not normally share with anybody. You would just open up, and I would know things about you, and then I'd blackmail you.
Hey, and so what's your form of ingestion? Is it just like rolling a joint, or what's the best method you find?
Well, when you ingest it, it's very different because you eat it. And I'll tell you a story, right? This is a true story. I was asked many years ago to do the Mardi Gras, Nimbin Mardi Gras. I don't know if anyone is familiar with that. It's a
Nimbin.
Yeah, it's a big festival, and people come from all around the world.
Wow.
It's not very well known because, you know, what they're promoting is technically illegal.
Yes.
And so in Nimbin, in around May, it's the biggest festival celebrating cannabis, basically. And it's a big thing. It's like people come in, they smoke, and they have like bong throwing contests and joint rolling contests, and you got to roll joints and under different conditions. Like, you know, they judge you, like you roll a joint under normal conditions, and then you roll a joint where someone's blowing a fan in your face.
Right.
And
Jesus.
and you know, yeah.
Fun for the kids. Fun for the
well, kids are. It's a complete family outing. You know, it's incredible. And anyway, there was this guy. You guys know Alan Glover? Do you know Alan?
Oh, he's very funny man. Love
so
him.
he was one of the organizers, and another guy called S. Sorensen. And I was staying at this you know, he's like a town elder, and he was making these pancakes. These marijuana pancakes, and now his fatal mistake, and I blame him for this because he didn't offer us breakfast, but he did have the marijuana pancakes, and I was hungry, and he said, "Listen, they're really strong. Just have a quarter of the pancake." I said, yeah, but it's so tasty. Wait, how long till the show? A few hours. I'll be fine, right? And I must have eaten like two full pancakes, and I was fine for most of the day. But about half an hour before I was supposed to go on, I couldn't feel my legs.
Oh no!
I couldn't see properly. I couldn't actually move, right? And I was the headliner. And I was advertised as the headliner for the Nimbin Mardi Gras, and everyone's there waiting to see me. And I had to go up to S. Sorensen and say, man, I can't do this. I barely could get a word out. I said, I can't. You have to cancel me. I can't talk. I can't move. And he goes, oh, are you sure? And I said, yeah. So he goes, all right. Anyway, I'm in the back of the venue, and he gets on stage and says, okay, ladies and gentlemen, Akmal won't be able to perform because he's too stoned. And everyone went, well, so are we. We're stoned as well. They said, would you like to see him come on? He goes, yeah, come on, bring him on. And I'm freaking out, man. And he goes, well, there he is. He's in the back of the venue. Come on, let's bring him on, everyone.
Oh no!
Oh, and I was walking like it was sort of like very dreamlike, and I went on, and apparently they tell me that I did well. I can't remember a word of what I said, right? I could not remember a single thing. Apparently I didn't do any material, and I killed, but I can't remember anything about it.
Well, because they were probably, just riding that baby as well, so therefore whatever you said, yeah.
You're on the same wavelength, but
Yeah.
you know what the interesting thing is? The next day, because I was doing 3 nights, like it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That was the Friday. The Saturday, I thought, this is ridiculous. I've got to be more professional than that. So I cleared my head and didn't smoke, didn't eat anything, and I thought I'm going to do the best show ever. And I died in the ass.
Oh.
There you go. 'Cause you did,
I had they wouldn't listen. They weren't listening. They were talking, and I thought, well, there you go. There you go.
Well,
huh?
we've had an insight into marijuana, Glenn. There's an insight for you.
well, it is, and you know what? One day I hope that we can do that, Akmal.
Me too.
I'll just have a little bit of pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't have a stack, but
Look, Glenn, I think we should build, have a smoke, have a little bit of a pancake, and then, eventually we'll get to heroin and ice. And, this is how we bond.
Yeah,
this is how we build our friendship.
Did you hear about Glenn Robbins?
Glenn
and
Robbins.
Akmal?
He's homeless now.
Destroyed 2 careers over one little pancake.
Hey, thanks, Akmal.
Thanks,
That's
man.
awesome.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for talking to me, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
So-
I'm going to have some breakfast with pancakes.
Wow. Oh, I suppose we should talk about online shopping.
Wow, that's interesting. Online shopping.
Online shopping. I don't know. I think it's out of job. I think it's my wife's job. She just sits on the computer buying stuff. That's a job.
I
these
must
days.
admit, I've never done it. No, I've done it plenty of times. I was an early uptaker of Amazon. I was one of the first. American Amazon, love it. American gear, American gear, sent to your doorstep, cheaper than you could buy it here. And then, of course, they zipped it all around and made an Australian Amazon so they could get the GST, wasn't it? Yeah.
They still don't pay much tax, those guys.
But it's very addictive.
Oh, I know.
Because I started out just with books, but now you can buy books on the thing, so you don't do that anymore. And then I've swung across to,
Well, you should do Booktopia because that's Australian. Angus and Robson Booktopia, owned by the same people, but it's Australian, mate. Australian.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to Amazon.
Oh, okay. Well, I should do that, shouldn't I? That's good.
It's a good tip for everyone out there. And also, Amazon, they treat their workers terrible.
Oh, see, I don't want to know this.
Oh, it's bad.
But
They
have,
give them toilet breaks. There's this great
what
footage.
country is it?
Oh, I was watching some in England where they treat.
What do you mean? You can't not give someone a toilet break.
Oh, they had a 64-year-old bloke working there, and the computer said he wasn't working fast enough. He's like, I'm going as fast as I can. I'm 64 years old,
That's what you said about me on this podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm 64.
Anyway, I think a lot of those big warehousing joints don't treat their workers great.
So there must be a product that they can probably get from Amazon so they can go to the toilet at their desk.
Yes, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So what else do you buy online? We do Coles online sometimes, Woolies online.
Yeah.
Remember you got that stuff delivered from a sex shop that had sexy times? What was it?
Yeah.
No, shampoo.
Well, hang on. So you're serious?
No, you got conditioner delivered to your house or some soap or something, but it had sexy on the packaging. Remember that story you
I,
told?
did, I can't remember that, but
Oh.
I remember there being sexy on the package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be
maybe-
careful.
Yeah. Vitamins.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
I subscribe to magazines. I get the New Yorker online. I get
You don't really read the New Yorker.
I do.
You just leave.
Great.
I remember I went to a meeting once and they were auditioning an actress, and I reckon she purposely had the New Yorker sticking at the top of her bag.
And the Guardian. I get that magazine.
Oh,
too.
what?
I love a magazine.
What's wrong with a good old Herald Sun or just a bloody?
I need something to read in the toilet. I think they're perfect.
I see you more as what was that old paper?
Australia Post.
Australia Post, or Sporting Globe, or something.
Oh, the Truth.
The Truth.
Page 3
You're
girls.
more of a page 3 guy.
No, I love both those magazines.
So I mean,
New Yorker is long form articles, and you're reading it. You know who the other person that gets it? Tony Martin loves it too. It's cheap to subscribe to, and you get this.
So do you get it online? Does the man
Both,
come?
but the magazine actually comes to your house. I love a physical magazine,
And
it's great. It's like I had a whole article on, say, I don't know, Jerry Seinfeld. They do a big long interview with Jerry Seinfeld.
Can you give me that one?
No, I don't know. I don't know where that one.
Can you cut them out and put them in a book and send them to me?
I could give them to you, but they've all been in the toilet.
Oh, you don't read the New Yorker in the toilet.
I do.
Absolutely.
It's my magazine.
I don't want to know that because now if I even think about subscribing to it,
You don't have to read in the toilet.
no, get it over with and get out of there.
That's healthier option. Yeah.
I bought a surfboard online.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And how they deliver it? Just
in a big box, and a guy comes and knocks on the door.
And was it good surfboard?
Yeah, it's one of the best. And the reason being, I didn't do it because I have this problem with online shopping. I go, like for example, if you run out of vitamin B, and you want your special vitamin B,
Yeah.
the footprint to get that bottle of vitamin B is ridiculous. Is it not?
It's true.
And I go, I could have got in my car or could have walked over to that chemist over there and got some vitamin B over there, except I want the good one. And I get this man comes to the door. So,
And the packaging's too much packaging.
well, too much packaging. But I couldn't get the surfboard in. So it came from another country via Perth. And it didn't cost much to get.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
When I was filming like an ad or something way out in the suburbs, there was no one home in the houses, but there was a constant stream of delivery vans and
I know.
trucks. Just like we were filming the whole day, the only people I saw were delivery vans.
We have our guy that does our area. It's almost like, hey, mate. How
you know him, don't you?
Get to know him, yeah.
Yeah.
And
See, that's new. We didn't have that when we were kids, did we?
there's nothing
No,
like that.
nothing. If you got something in the mail, what did you get in the mail? Oh, your dad joined a record club. When we joined that record club,
Well, yeah, you're
we got
right.
a record. We got the ABBA record delivered. We got the Beatles' Let It Be delivered. It was so exciting to get a package.
But you got lemonade delivered.
Oh, we got soft drink delivered. You know, I met a guy who I knew, and he was he specializes in workplace counselling.
Yep.
And he goes, "Oh, I've been working for Australia Post. This is like 5 years ago." And I go, "How's
Yeah.
that going?" He goes, "Oh man, the guys in the post office that were in charge of parcels, right? It was the slackest job in the post office in those depots." He goes, "Because say 10 years ago, they get 10 packages a week. You know what I mean?" And he goes, "Now this poor guy's getting hundreds and thousands of packages. They're all having nervous breakdowns because it's just too much, too many parcels. Because you know it's rejuvenated Australia Post,
Yeah.
parcel delivery,
Well, it would have to.
as opposed to letter delivery.
Yes, it would have to because of COVID.
Yeah,
You just sit online shopping,
yeah.
and I did it last night. Having
You
said,
can buy a wife online or a husband.
if I went through your history,
Russian brides. Oh, God.
hello,
Hello.
David.
You don't look like you do in the photo.
Having said that, if you didn't want to have to go to Sexyland.
Yeah.
By the way, when they came up with that name, is that the best they could come up with?
I know.
It was you got a whiteboard. You go to the meeting. Hey, the new sex shop line. What do we want to call it? Sexyville. Sexyville's good. Or
Sexy town.
Sexy town.
Sexy shop.
Sexy or sexy. Or but sexy land. It is. Is it? It's not a land. I mean,
No.
you have Toyland.
Brian Mannix, the lead singer of Uncanny X-Men, he used to do a joke about it. I lived on the same road as Sexyland, and next door is Nappyland. He goes, that's what happens. If you go to Sexyland, you'll end up at Nappyland eventually.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, it's good.
So you can, if you want, not that I've done it,
Yeah.
but you could, because there was a time, again, if you want inappropriate vision,
Yeah.
pornography.
Yeah, you have the newsagents.
What do you mean? Oh, you buy a magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or would you? You couldn't get the, could you?
Yeah, you could get Penthouse and Playboy and
Oh, okay.
Hustler.
Okay. And then DVDs came out.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so you could get DVDs sent to your house. Not that I ever did.
No, because who could open that? Anyone could open that.
Did I tell you this time I went to I was going to go to a fancy dress, so I had to go to the sex shop to get some, because I was a porn star at the fancy dress, and I had to go in there and buy stuff to make, and people walked in going,
Oh, there he is. There's old Uncle Arthur.
and I kept
Pervert.
Hey mate, yeah, can you want some help? Yep, I am going as a porn star to a fancy dress. So perhaps you get. Oh, so you're not here to look at the
items.
Yeah, the items. So anyway, my point being, if you wanted items like DVDs or you wanted some other things that you strap on, and by the way, I want mine back. I loaned it to you a couple of months ago.
It's been in the toilet. You may not want
Oh
it
well,
back.
if it's been, you're strapping it on the wrong way.
Yeah, you can get it. It's more
Well,
discreet.
that would be. It's much more discreet.
discreet.
But having said that, as soon as you get a box at our house, it's a bit of a celebration. What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get?
Yes.
Open the box. Open the box. Open the box. And you have to. Then you go, just don't. And you got to get it. You got to get a thing out. And you got to run the.
Especially with kids too.
Yeah, you got to run the thing. Oh, that's more funny looking.
What's that?
Oh, it's a telephone. No, it's not a telephone. Oh, it's a candle. No, it's not a candle.
Toothbrush.
Oh, look, it lights up. Oh, look, it vibrates. And then I have done some online shopping where I've looked for clothes, and here's the hard part.
We can't try them on.
But they're pretty good with their sizes now.
Yeah, and they will have a return policy.
Yeah, they go. Yeah. And mine said the other day, from your history, I reckon you're a large.
Wow.
So it knows where I'm shopping.
Yeah.
It knows what I'm getting. But shoe sizes, that can be because you've got your UK
and US.
You got your US.
What size shoe are you?
Okay, let's play. I reckon you're bigger than me.
I reckon you're a 10.
Oh, you're not bad. 9.5, 8. What are you? I reckon you're a 11.
I'm 11. Well done.
Oh, wow. If you've got a
You
shoe
can have a
size,
bird- you can have a-
shoes. I mean, one of the great sketches I wrote that never had a tag.
Oh, yeah, with the guy. You told us before.
Yeah, it was where he goes, I'd like to try pro shoes on. Oh, that one fits quite nice. I'm one of those people that has different size feet. And it was Kim Gingell. And we set him up where he had a doll's foot in his other leg. Funny, but we didn't have a tag.
Well, should we have some thinky music?
Yeah.
I think we've talked enough.
Cheech and Chong? Is there a classic for
Love
that?
Cheech and Chong. Up in smoke.
Online shopping. I mean, Amazon. You're on Amazon, right? Because the way they
A bit of Snoop Dogg. We had
we can't because of the thing.
No, but it's an ad. It's a menu log.
Yeah.
Yeah, have the menu log ad.
I gotta say, as I said before, if this doesn't get you if you're in the car, I reckon you're going to tap the steering wheel when you hear this ad. Menu log.
Menu log. Oh, here we go.
Somebody say menu log. Me, get delivery like a G. See, hungry dogs gotta eat. I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib I'm sitting in. Tacos to the chateau, please. Did somebody say menu log? Private jetting in the night sky. My man hand glide by with my fried rice. Ride, MENULOG. Somebody say menu log.
Oh, yeah, Snoop.
Good on him. And I don't know. That's what makes it good. There's something about their groove.
Yeah.
There's something about
Very good.
Yeah.
The rhythm.
yeah.
Oh, are you going to have a crack? I'll have a crack.
You have a crack.
I don't know. Marijuana has... Oh, online shopping was invented for marijuana. Mm.
For marijuana.
Yeah, for marijuana sales. Maybe it was on the dark web before it was on the real web. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Well, I'm going to say that because of legality, it was the... Because remember there was the internet, there was this before the internet was really big, there was that weird... the dark internet, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm
Yeah.
going to say the same thing. I reckon it was the That's the only place you could get it in certain parts of the world.
All right, well, get off the bong, Sam. What is it?
In 1972, long before eBay or Amazon, students from Stanford University in California and MIT in Massachusetts conducted the first ever online transaction using the ARPANET account at their artificial intelligence lab. The Stanford students sold their counterparts a tiny amount of marijuana.
Oh, wow.
So, when it comes
Sort of right.
Yeah, sort of right.
First thing bought online.
Yeah.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
If I had one here, if I had a spliff here now,
I wouldn't smoke it.
and if you went round to, because there's a podcast that you do, we won't say who. When you turn up, he has to have one before he does it.
Oh, wow.
And then you go, okay, so your state is going to be different to my state.
So you turn up and he has a joint before he interviews you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought that was interesting. Mind you, it might make him more lucid. It might make him more...
I didn't know that about Andy Lee. But anyway, whatever. Hey, what's your marijuana joke?
Okay, hang on.
It was a telethon, wasn't it? It was a telethon.
Yours would be better than mine. So
Operation Noah.
There was a thing called Operation Noah where you had to dob in
Drug dealers.
and if you dobbed them into the police, and it was going so well, they were running it like a telethon.
That's right.
Running it like a telethon, and they would read out the dob-ins, and it would go, Mrs. Jones of 1 Thaggy, 1 acre. Was that the joke?
Yes,
Something like that. Thanks very much for your tip.
Well,
bad joke.
my one was that I used to live with a stoner, and there were all these posters dobbing a drug dealer, and he changed the Operation Noah phone number to our phone number. So we'd be sitting there late at night, and some old lady would ring up and go, "Hello, I'd like to report that the man next door has 100 marijuana plants." And my mate would go, "Oh, yeah, okay. I'll just get the address down and I'll be right over. Can you pack a trailer in?" And do you reckon the plants are ready for smoking yet? Well, my husband Herbert's just had a bong and he's off his nut. Woo! Quality.